All right, another week, another weekly. This week we have Sunken City by Techno. A very limited material list. Watch out for possibly unstable supports. And looks like there's a fair number of people that have had a hard time with it, and Bacon has absolutely ruined it at 8,000. But let's get into the week 3 weekly with 4 days left. You will notice that there's a tiny bit of building here. I have not been extensively testing so much as just started recording, realized I wasn't actually recording, and went from there. But let's take a look at the level. So the level is busy. We have a motorbike here that is going to drive up this scaffolding, jump off, land somewhere over here. And then we have a incredibly fast Longhorn that is similarly going to come over here. And then we have some funkiness. So let's play through the funkiness at slightly slow speed so we can kind of see it. So we have this weird breakable entity here that's kind of balancing on these two. And then over here, we also have this crumbling set of polygons with some hard point mounts on it. But if we kind of play this forward, the Longhorn careens right off into the drink. And we don't even get to see much of the other car going. So step one from my perspective, just naively, is to put something over here that is going to help us to get this car going. And I think we don't need a lot, because like I said, the Longhorn is cruising. In fact, we might be able to, this seems like this might be a bridge too far, but is there any chance that we can just, also saying a bridge too far anytime when you're playing poly bridges is a lot, but okay, so we don't quite get there on a single one, unless maybe this has enough oomph to get us there. Almost. Close, honestly. Not going to get to see any more of the bike's trajectory. I'm going to try just angling that up a little bit to see if we can just barely make it. All right. Looks like we are going to need a second piece here, which is not the end of the world, although we're already approaching some other Intrepid Souls results. We'll do something like that and see if that gets us there. Okay. So that gets us to there, which the Longhorn, once again, like, this is a chasm, but now at least we get to see, I think, a little bit of this guy coming off, which lets us know that this guy lands basically smoothly on this little piece of ground here. We have like a custom poly here that the bike basically lands right on top of. And we haven't quite gotten the Longhorn to land it. So let's see what we can do about that. I'm tempted to just go road under support here and extend this out a little bit to give us a bit more stability. Okay. Well, I'm not mad at the distance that we got there. Okay. So that gets us a relatively nice smooth landing over here. So now we have to kind of ask the question, what is the deal with this? Why is this here? What does it mean? Okay, and then we're going to see, because like, it strikes me as there must be some way to tip this over. So I kind of want to try like a falling road approach. Like, what if we just essentially ballistic drop something from a long way up and just see if we can utilize it. Now, this is not a long way up, but it's a good start. So if we just drop something like that, see, it's relative. I mean, I have to admit, I like the way that adjusted the landing of the car, but that was not my intention. Like, my inclination is to say that I want this to fall this way, but yeah, it is very stable in that direction. What if we go the other way? What if we drop it on this corner here? This seems like the direction that if it's gonna fall that way. Okay, once again, no dice. So I don't know. That's a bit baffling to me. But the next logical step from my perspective is to get this car launching off of this in a way that gets us up to the next level. And I think I'm going to try pretty much the same design that we had up there. Now, this one here, I don't know why this is... So this says it's static, so it shouldn't be moving around. Famous last words. But we'll get that all triangled up. Why would that do that? It seems like it can't quite snuggle up to this. We could use one of our 5 pieces of steel. I haven't really talked about the 5 pieces of steel peculiarity. But it's pretty peculiar. Let's lessen this and just see if we can get... I'd much prefer that not to need to be steel. Okay, well this one isn't breaking anymore, which is good. Do I think this is compressive? Like would... Like, this is certainly adding more weight to things. There's some potential there. Oh. Did not expect that to break. This is a weird one, because I don't think we're gonna go... Like, I think we want another jump. I guess let's watch how fast this thing comes off of the... Yeah, I mean, this thing is going at a good clip, so I think maybe we just build it straight out with just a little bit of a curve up. I'm going to try doing one of these kind of like spider web patterns. See if that has any legs. Invalid build location. Really? You can't... Oh, maybe that's why... Interesting. Maybe that's why this thing settles so weirdly, is that... So I think these are all bowing out. So I think that will actually support itself. Famous, albeit incorrect, last words there. No, that's not even close to doing what we need it to do. Nah, and then this just starts looking like an absolute mess. I think we can do better than that. Start with standard trusses, and then I think this one... I'm wondering if this corner piece is the reason that that's kind of like protesting as much as it is. The trussing doth protest too much. Part of me is kind of wondering, we could go for like a wood rope type of deal here. So it's, you can use the tangent tool to trace, or excuse me, not the tangent tool, but the trace tool to trace not to a node. I don't think I realized that. We could do something like that. That looks a lot better. Like, I'm surprised that that looks as good as it does. Oh, well, that's very interesting. So that actually gets this to collapse. I wonder, with some tweaking, we might be able to make that collapse in a way that is advantageous to us. Maybe not. I could also probably just create something to kind of try and hold it in place a little bit. Not easily, though. I could also, could I do the word rope to over here? I don't think I could. But maybe if I just like tweak that so it angles slightly differently. Yeah, I mean, it is. These little tweaks to the rope are changing the way that it breaks off. This could be placebo. No, I mean, they are making a difference. Although it seems all relatively similarly different. So, okay, so can I... Is this going to be a trace aborted because of that? Now, can I... Okay. I'm not opposed to that. It's not super expensive. Okay, and that's not what I expected to break, if I'm being 100% honest. Amp it up to 2 while we watch this. Oh, okay, so now this thing is landing on our biker, which is also not exceptionally great. Okay. And we also just need to go higher, it looks like. I don't think that can be rowed. Yeah, so it's weird that this thing seems to rock down, and then we're holding it up with this. So I don't love that. I don't love this design in general. So let's try, like, what if we were to try like just a really minimal trussing, and we just did, in fact, what if we did over supports to get us closer to this up here, and then maybe we can just do something like that. Ooh, all right. Oh, okay. I like all of the things I'm seeing now. Because this is like a natural spring, because this is kind of like a counterweight. Ooh, okay. Oh. All right. Let's watch that again in slow motion so that we can appreciate the what happens when these get here. So now these kind of perfectly meet in the middle, and yeah, you're no match for the Longhorn. Ooh, and we also get to see how fragmented that is. So now, this right here, behavior static only collides with the car and roads. So we could do something that starts out here, like that. And then maybe we can use some of these static joints, maybe we can't. Why? Oh, that's road. And then I want to kind of extend this like this and make sure that the car is going to drive off of this and relatively smoothly transition onto that. think we're gonna do a road support down here. This is probably far less than we need. And then we know that we can't use this as part of the overhang. We have no real static joints up here. This does collide with roads though, so we could try to do something with that, but this is just gonna collapse, right? Yeah, for sure. Okay, so what would it look like if we just put some of the weight on that? I mean, I'm not saying it's working, but it's kind of working. Wow. Ooh, that was... I'm not mad at that. Like, cause I'm happy to momentarily increase these trusses to give us a little bit more stability. The motorcycle at the moment is not in a great place after getting knocked back, but also didn't collapse the bridge, which is kind of miraculous. Yeah, that's not the end of the world. And you just end up beached up here and you can't get out? Okay. I'm not completely concerned about that. And what we might do, I hate to use another piece of steel, but I kind of feel like maybe we can alleviate some of the pressure by putting a piece there. Let's amp it up to 2. Good things are going on over here, we know. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, if this bridge didn't do bridgely things, I'm thinking that I can put a piece of road there and maybe knock the bike off of the... Whoa. All right, talk about a tenuous setup there. That piece of road that I added has had more negative oh gosh, okay. The Longhorn is kind of a bully here. So maybe we want some other type of catch here to... Like, hold on, I wanna see. Oh, this broke, I think, because this started to slide, is my assumption. And I think having less weight on this side helps to stabilize this. Yeah, see, that's now not going. Okay, so if I wanted to make... Like, we'd have to catch right here, like right by the... Like 20% of that. So let's try just building something there. So if we went up to like here and put something like that, this is my memory of where this catch would need to be. To potential, all we really want to do is get the bike to fly over the Longhorn. Okay, that's not a good start. Does seem to be holding, at least at the moment. And I feel like that catch was perfect. Oh, yeah. I don't like that guy donks there. Okay. This is potentially recoverable. Him landing face first. We can just tweak the jump a little bit there. Him donking over here. This catch is just about as good as it gets. Now, if we wanted to, we probably want to have him just go like over. Hold on 1 second. I am buzzing. Okay. Ain't a thing. Okay, this is a little spider webby. We can probably clean this up, but I just want to see if I can get the bike to go over. So I want to take it down just a notch. Like this, it doesn't get much better than this landing. Okay. Yeah, we got the over, which I'm not thrilled with how that landing goes. Oh, too much, because this has not collapsed here. Now, obviously, we got bad stuff going on over here with this part of the bridge. That, actually, now that I think about it, if I did something like this and just created kind of like an under support that is also like a retaining wall. Maybe even just something like this, and then maybe we can just do a like trying to figure out, like, if I do something like that and something like this. Now, as long as this is under tension, that should be okay. That's not, that ain't it. So let's see. So this is pushing back this way. Wait, I want to watch this fail again in slow motion. Okay, so this is not under tension. The pressure from here and here is not causing this to bow out. Maybe if we make that more extreme. Okay, yeah, no, that idea was not it. I'm gonna see if I can just put, to start something like that. Does that immediately destabilize things? It certainly looks like that does. And we can't build through this, right? So we could go like, we could go over like this and try and lock it in place with a couple of supports like that. But I think that's actively making things worse than it was before. Because we don't really have a place to... So this is already broken. At this moment, the pressure here breaks this. Now, is that because this is sliding, maybe? Okay, make sure that's good and braced on the ground. Kind of inch that up a tad. We also need to figure out what to do with the bike. I think my plan to go up and over is a bad one. Ooh, okay, that just slides out even faster. Maybe under supports on the side of the bridge could be good. Let's try. I kind of did these as over supports and doesn't seem like I was making the best decision there. So let's try unders. This way we can apply maybe a little more pressure this way, and we'll do the over-under thing here, where I do that, and do that. Or we could have this go like to that point there, and then I think that's going to apply too much pressure to this. That kind of locks it in place, maybe. Oh, that is just so much pressure that's getting applied to these things down here. I wonder if just locking this joint in like that alleviates that. No, it's still a lot. Now this, okay, one thing I'm noticing is this guy lands really hard. Okay, maybe that's the issue that we need to get resolved, is that this bridge really should have maybe 2 pieces of road here so that we can have this be more arched up. Maybe something like this so that the Cadillac isn't impacting quite so hard. I do think that over was working better than under, though, so we will try to do that again. Now, something like that. I do think the road is probably decent here. Whoops. I might actually just want to get rid of that piece, because I don't think... Oh, this guy is taking a ton of weight. Okay, that was better. This wasn't quite snugged up, I think. I think that was part of the problem. Ooh, okay, so now this impact is ruining things because of this. I don't think we can get away with road there. Maybe we do it that way so that hopefully... See if we can improve this landing at all. Yeah, we can. I think we can inch this up to meet it a little more where we want it. Ooh, still comes in real fast and real hard there. But maybe that's because I'm not catching it at the optimal moment. Back wheel. That was the back wheel that got us. So if we lower that down just a touch. Still, back wheel is still impacting. I can hear it coming out of my left ear here. Gonna be coming from stage right any second now. Hello? Guess not. Okay, so front wheel lands okay. Back wheel still not great. Okay, now I don't mind him hitting this, because I think he'll still probably have enough to get over that. So we could just shore that up, but I think that's probably not serving us because, oh goodness, that's a bad landing is what that is. Ooh, okay. All right, I don't mind that. I want to see that again watching the Longhorn, because something about the Longhorn didn't go well there. So you now land, and it holds, which is great. We can tweak the exit, but as soon as you get on here, yeah, okay. So still this, I think, needs to be more up. Which I think means this can be a single piece of wood, which isn't the worst thing in the world. And then I think I want to just change the exit to let this guy slide off a little more directly. Okay, so not the greatest landing, but we can share the load on that one. I don't love that we have like an X pattern there. What broke? Oh, because we hit on this. which means that we need to keep tweaking the exit. This bridge over here is a tough one, is a tough customer for sure. Maybe we don't even need the second piece of road here, and the one piece of road does the job. Ooh, okay. We got something there. So now the problem is going to be, I think we need something like this, and I am not convinced that this is not going to stop the Longhorn. I don't know how much clearance the Longhorn has on this side. Okay, that's enough. Okay, the slide is not great. I do think maybe this is unnecessary. That's okay. We got something there. We can do a little more there. We still need to figure out, I mean, a little bit of steel isn't gonna ruin our day, but him being in a nose slide when he gets over here, I think, is the biggest problem. Ooh. Okay, so I think that this probably we need to do something like this instead. Because currently like the bump of the road is kind of ruinous for us. Okay, so you're gonna do that and then a little bit of a jump. Okay, so we can extend this out. We have the technology. Now, right now, the way that the bike is bonking on the wall is not great. We want to keep tweaking this until we find a way for it to maintain most of its speed, so that hopefully it just launches over. Okay. Yeah, so you're hitting here, eh? Can we just, like, lower that whole thing down just a touch? We also still have a huge problem over here, but I'm not super concerned about that until we start to get our motorcycle landing in the right zip code. Oh, that's close. I have this odd feeling that adding this, at some point this jump is going to get to be too in the way for the Longhorn. Okay, Longhorn clears that, which is good. Oh, and that's almost enough to get us there. Extend that out a little bit that way, and then over here, I mean, just in case that's like the fulcrum point, I don't mind spending a steel there. We'll have some shaving to do in the future, potentially. Okay. Hey, look at that. We got one. Is there any way that do we have any additional braces at our disposal? That's not. That ain't it. All of the braces in this level are just a little funky. That's the technical explanation for that, but Oh, and we didn't make it that time due to the butterflies effects. Gosh, it is absolutely amazing to me. This bridge is such a tricky one. I don't think we can get away with any type of dangling anything. So do we think? Let's assume for the moment that it is. Oh, really? Is that just... That's what a muscle looks like in this context? Ooh. All right, that is almost our first working solution. We just need to tweak this jump ever so slightly so that hopefully he doesn't land on his nose, and then... Okay, he seems to be very resolute on landing on his nose. That'll get us to the point where we have a working solution, which I'm thrilled about. Ooh, wow, that did not go according to plan. Does seem like that's just the way that this one is going. I'll try that out. Try inching it just a little forward, because I think the issue is that the nose of the bike is getting... Is it? Hold on, I want to watch this in slow-mo. Okay, show me exactly what's going on here. So you're coming up off this one, and you're kind of landing right dead center. So maybe we just give it as much length as we possibly can, and maybe just like a little bit more height as well. It's a very ugly bridge at the moment. Jeez. Really, I'm trying to do this without changing the flight characteristics of the other one, because I feel like we're in the zip code here. And I'd rather not mess with the parts of this that are working. Ooh. Okay, so that was... So maybe we're better off tweaking this less and tweaking this just tiny bits, to try and get the landing of the motorcycle to conserve more. Oh yeah. That had a big impact. Oh yeah. Every minor tweak up there is having huge downstream consequences on the bike. Yep. Really? That was our closest attempt to date. Ooh, yes. The difference between like rolling and landing are significant. Okay, let's see what this looks like here. This is the undo point that I had. Yeah, okay, we've lost the plot on having any type of a sensible landing. We're tumbling in. I'm just gonna give that a tiny little tweak, the catch on that side. And now I'm making some pretty big changes over here, which is gonna throw everything off fairly massively. Gosh, and that breaks that. Wow. The butterflies are in season. Okay, let's go back to basics. I want to see what this landing looks like now. We're landing so far back over on this side. Yeah. Okay, let's move that all forward so that we're landing more where I think we actually are. We may have moved up too much, and we may now be... Ooh, okay, yeah, we're catching the back wheel, which might not be a terrible thing. We did have a break, though. Front flip action. We do clear that. But I think we're going to be in full tumble mode when we hit this bridge, and that's going to mean breakage. Okay. That one I can take down a notch. Okay, still back wheel is bad on that one. Need that to go down a little lower. P for pause simulation is a weird key. Yeah, look at where we're landing that one. Okay, that... If you had asked me if this was even possible, I would have said no. This guy's living his best life right here. The blood is unquestionably rushing to his head. I feel for him. But again, I feel like we made that minor tweak, and now we're catching super, super far forward on that. And maybe that's all we need. Maybe... Oh, you were so close. I don't think I'm reasonably going to be able to make this landing work, but we'll try it. Yeah. Let's see. So let's shrink this down, because it seems like we need much less of a catch than I'm giving it. So let's not waste a bunch of materials on that. Success. All right, our first successful bridge was that little tweak there. 198th. Okay. Let's see if there's any obvious shaving to be done. We did a decent job with materials, I feel like. Does this ever get that stressed? Can we do something like that? Okay, that's a no. Maybe that, though. Maybe not. All right, we're in full butterfly mode, so there's gonna be like this though. This looks like it's just a web of ugly. Okay. Braking is not great. We can probably like just even out some of the triangles there and maybe galvanize it against. All right, there we go. Not bad. 99.96, 182. Progress is being made. Now over here, do we think this really needs to be that now that we have this better wall brace? Probably yes. We could try a wood muscle though. I'll try a wood muscle here as well. This broke now. Let's make that, and then I will try... What a difference every tweak makes. So without making some rather major changes, this design feels pretty locked in. Like, granted, I could, like, this muscle might be shrinkable. One would not expect that to have huge implications, but yeah, every last bit. But it did support, so that's good. And then maybe we can shrink that up. This should be in immediate tension though, so let's... Oh, that fits like that. Wow. Okay, that's actually surprising. Well, now I have to fix it because our best solution is breaking. Probably just tiny little tweaks there. Really feel like this shouldn't need to be steel. I know I keep replacing it and being like, it should be fine, but well, the place where it broke was not the place where it was previously breaking. Don't want to mess too much with that. That is the catch. We continue climbing, but we continue climbing with breaks. I'm trying to raise this up because I feel like there's still like a little bit of the longhorn going off a cliff and kind of bumping the bridge that isn't necessary. Let's watch that in slow motion over here. So I'm guessing right here is where the bump is going to happen. So you skip off that, no problem, which means you actually hit the longhorn a little tiny bit there. So longhorn is really cooking right now. And right here, it gets air. And it gets air again here. And then its back wheels get air. Yeah, so this node right here seems to be at least partially the problem. So let's move that up like that, and then... this will extend out just a bit. Okay, wait, so half good. Clearly the motorcycle did not fare so well. Yeah, the motorcycle is currently careening with absolute with absolutely no prejudice directly into that jump there. Straight off the end there. Oh, and we've made it more expensive. Hold on, so let's... So this is our lowest budget unbreaking, and it does use the steel, but I think... I still maintain that I think that if we smooth this out... This can go to wood, I think. This would be our best if it worked. And it's just a bad impact over here. So bad impact over here probably means maybe we... What if we don't even need that piece right there? What if instead we did... No, that doesn't... This is going to be resting here, so we need something to support it. If we just extend this out until we can get a single piece of wood there. Extending this out is a mistake. I am fully on board with that, but... Okay, I mean... At some point, the Longhorn is going to hit this. Are you going to right yourself? No. You are not. I'm not sure this makes a huge difference. I think the Longhorn will just bop over that no problem. Which, if we can do that, then we can extend that back up a little bit. Okay, nice. That is a new unbreaking. 34,509, though, was our best. And that was with breaking. So we need to tweak a bit more over here. Let's try refining this muscle. All right, that is an unbreaking. Best one so far. $157th for stress. So right now I am looking at, yeah, overall, 168. Okay, so... We might be able to refine this one. This doesn't work, right? I think even if we extended these out like that, I think that's still cheaper. Oh, okay. What was our high score? Maybe I should let that play through. I guess it's going to be probably an unbreaking one. What fell in the water over here? Okay, improvements. We are shaving, but like, there's quite the distribution, actually. Top 100 would be a 5,000 point shave. We're not going to be able to do that, I don't think. Somehow that breaks this one over here, really? I mean, I know my landing is slightly different, but... Okay. right, I think that's gonna do it for the weekly. I'm pretty pleased with this. We use none of the steel required, and I would say that this is a pretty minimal approach. But let's watch it once through in a slightly more scenic view. Right, we have the Longhorn doing a couple of jumps. The motorcycle kind of skips across and then zips over and does that. I think the things that I think we would change if we were trying to do this is if we could get the motorcycle to land here really smoothly, we could probably do a much smaller jump over to here. This bridge, actually, I wonder. This is an interesting question. Is if I just knock this over, does this joint, is this joint actually fixed? Like if, no, it's still attached to a piece of, it's attached to a piece of rock though, that is very stable. Because it's a piece of rock that has like a downward V like this. So we might be able to do something arcing like this that would be better. This probably could continue to be shrunk pretty substantially. Although at some point you just need like an extra piece of material to actually make that work. Like, and I have no reason to believe that would. Was that our best score so far? Just by me, like, flailing randomly. Yep, I think I gained a spot there, too. Okay, but let's take a look at the gallery. Let's see what the geniuses are up to. Okay, so let's see. So much smaller jump here, because they're actually catching the Longhorn with the other half, just barely. Then they did the wood rope that we did. Much cleaner one there. Oh, and then a jump there. Got it. Yep. And such a smooth landing because they didn't, like, I'm messing with the flight. Zez. Hey, Zez, if you're watching this on YouTube. So yeah, so 2 small jumps there. Very, very smooth. Nice one there. Use no wood rope there. I'm impressed. But then this jump was the key. Yep. Okay. I mean, we could probably recreate a version of that because this is easy and it's okay. So if we wanted to do something like that, right? Like the only real difference here is one, I think I see people doing a significantly smaller bit here and a significantly smaller bit here. There's no way that works though, right? That's actually surprisingly close. That would be a pretty monstrous shave if we managed. It's a little bit of a rocky landing. Maybe if we give it a little more height. Let's take it down to 1 while we watch this part. Yeah, maybe if we just move this up just a tiny bit so that it lands more smoothly. That could absolutely be a road. Just kidding. Whoever said that could be a road could not be more incorrect. The wall braces on this are very funky. Get a little bit more of a straight line there. we're crunching this every time we land on it. I wonder. That's a bit over-engineered to still be exploding. I feel like it's mostly a matter of getting some tweaks here, and I think maybe just giving it a little more distance means that we won't hit quite so hard. The problem with this though is that yeah, maybe we just leave that as that, and then all right, we'll come back to that in a second. I think the other piece of the puzzle, the perhaps much larger piece, is like literally something that goes from like here to like here as road. This collides with road and structure, so we can get like a little bit of a... Oh, we can't get... And I think most people stopped like here and then... We'll extend this back out in a second, but... So let's see, how do we want to... I'm thinking something like this. There's a certain amount of like balancing these toothpicks just so that they don't slide this out. So let's look at that closely. So right now, that looks like it's getting pushed this way too much. So I think what I want to do is I actually want to take this out this way. Like so. And this out like this. And then I think I kind of want to do like a wood rope for the moment. Like that. Kind of expecting these to be able to flex outward more. Okay, so now it's sliding this way too much, which is like... I think we might actually just be able to get away with... Although I think this crate is probably also movable, so we may just slide the crate off too. No, that does... Oh, overachiever. The Longhorn doesn't need all the power. Somehow that Longhorn is absolutely cruising right now. I think it's because the landing is so much better over here. Woof. Wait, oh, this is breaking first. I think for now we'll just do that in hopes that that might be enough to... It's not. So the biker is landing on the car. Is that to be expected? In those, is that what's happening in those other solutions? I wonder. It's amazing to me, the more I twist this up, the more power the Longhorn gets, the less I need for a jump on the other side. We're getting totally vertical on that one. I'm absolutely baffled by this breaking over and over again. What if I reverse that triangle there? So I think it's under compression now, which means I could probably do that, although that's not even what broke, is it? That's not a good sign. Oh, I think we're adding too much weight here. Whereas what we really need to do, I think, is just zoom in and really watch this to see what we need to tweak. So already broken because the front wheels hit there first. So I think thing number one is this just needs to be up more. Okay, well that's not a great sign. Yeah, because it falls forward just this tiny little bit. Oh, that's a bad landing if ever I've seen one. But we can lower that down, maybe try again. Feels so close to right. The extra weight just really makes a difference over here. kind of liked the look of the way that settled in. And I still kind of do like that. It's pretty darn cheap if that fixes it. Okay. So right now we got serious issues with the second phase here. Yeah, we're overshooting by a mile. So let's get rid of all that. I still think the wood rope is correct here. So try that. I think 2 roads is plenty. Yep. Now this part is funky. That's presumably under compression, so we'll just try that. I don't mind adding weight over here because it's all resting on the side of things. What broke there? That broke there? That shocks me, if I'm being honest. I guess the angle is bad. We had a great landing by the bike, which then converted into not a good clearance. Ooh. And we don't have a lot of space to tweak this bit here. Don't have a lot of space at all. Have no space. All right. Yeah, balancing these two is tricky. I think maybe we do need a second road over here. Because I think we might need a bit more up on that side. Those under supports being road doesn't bother me too much. That was a lot of interesting things. We've definitely lost some of the oomph that we had from our previous excellent landing. Oh yeah, that's significantly worse, but I'm not entirely unhappy with the way that worked. Wow, we are not even in the ballpark now without having the second catching road here. Yeah, we get so much more air. Okay, so we get so much more air that maybe on this side, we just accept that we're going to have a third piece. I didn't mind having a third piece over on this side. It's definitely going to get in the way of the bike, though. Yeah. Yeah, so in a lot of ways, we need more time on the ground for the Longhorn to be accelerating. That's the thing that we're missing with this design currently, is the Longhorn needs to land earlier so that it has enough oomph to make it where it needs to go. That's closer. I'm gonna shrink that even a little bit more. Just okay. Oh, we got it good. I liked our landing there. So let's watch this again, because this is surprising to me. So the angle here, I think it is because the Longhorn, I think, needs to land up here smoothly and not, yeah, like, because it loses some speed there, which in turn means that this guy does not clear it. How close are you to clearing it? I mean, it's as head-on a collision as you can get. So yeah, just that little bit of extra. It looks weird, but I think I want the Longhorn to go up it and angle more down. Yeah, that was not the way that was supposed to look. Oh, that's not even close. All right. Like I can see it in my head, but there is some tweaking to be required. Like right now, I think our two biggest problems are we need less jump over here. And less jump over here means we need less jump over here so that the Longhorn is really touching down and immediately going. So that one looks pretty good to me. I actually like that setup relatively solid. Let's see how you do with this. Okay, so then, I mean, this bridge is holding up really well given the traffic jam that we're currently dealing with. So our old approach would have been to kind of go something like this and just add like a tiny redirection road to the top. But I think the impact on that by the motorcycle is gonna probably be enough. I also don't think we're not even hitting it right now. We might catch the back wheel this time. Nope. So clean over. I kind of wonder if what happens to that as it settles down. Okay, that doesn't. Thinking something like that to just make it so that I'm trying to get the long... Oh, roads don't collide with you, do they? Okay, that's not... So that's not a thing. Roads only collide with this. I guess we might be able to do like a... Well, do we think this will balance? I wonder. Does seem like it balanced. I think when the Longhorn hits that, it's not going to be good for business, though. I mean, it was not good for business, but... So let's see where things go wrong. It's like right here. We already mapped this point out, so maybe we can just have it graze the back edge of this and travel over. Yeah, that's a pretty catastrophic collision. So, okay, so let's watch the Longhorn land over here, see if there's something we can tweak here. I don't think this is the answer, but if this bridge getting longer has a positive effect on the rest, I don't mind it. Oh, that's right. The issue was that my trace tool did not actually connect there. So now that we've done that, we can kind of like, I think, tweak this down so that hopefully we launch straight in. And if we launch straight in, maybe we beat the motorcycle so that the head-on doesn't happen. Ooh, okay. I see our costs creeping back up again. Oh, wow. Where am I even aiming for? I feel like this. Okay, I think it's because this leans backwards. So like I'm looking at their trajectory. Ooh, that was clean. That was clean. Okay. All right, that has potential. Now, no surprises that we have issues over here. Like I could put another wood muscle here, but just feels kind of expensive. And it's potentially going to throw off our, like, stability factor. Okay, but there's a chance here. Let's watch the bike and see if there's any help that we can give it. So I think the bike is landing on this just barely. Is that true? Maybe? Maybe if we cheat that up just ever so slightly? Make it smooth? And then we'll get those at least evened out. What a difference that made. Okay. Where did... Oh, you ended up in the drink again. Okay. Adjusting this does seem to be having an effect on the motorcycle's trajectory, so I think we keep tweaking that. Ooh. It was close. It was close. I don't want to lock in such a low unbreaking score, if I can help it. Let's just try tweaking that a little bit. Yeah, we're hitting pretty high up on this, so I think it is continue to tweak these roads. I think this is going to make the Cadillac's arrival a little too rocky, but I think it's definitely going to start affecting... Yeah. Yeah, I think it did. It did do the things that I wanted it to do. Ooh, the Cadillac didn't make its jump anymore. Which is very interesting, because now we have the motorcycle making its jump. Let's watch the Cadillac for a second here. Oh yeah, we're real short on the Cadillac, which comes as a surprise to me, because I thought we were good at one point on the Cadillac, but it's probably losing some speed to this road that I'm tweaking over here. Perfect on one side, but the Cadillac eats it. I think at this point we're playing enough with the butterfly effect that I can probably just be tweaking like random things that I want to shrink anyways until it either works or doesn't work. Yep. Yeah, that does seem to be the play here. Like, we can probably even like make changes over here to things, and those will all affect the flight of every last bit of this. Okay, yep. That break was not good. Oh, it's feeling a bit like one or the other here, but now that we've got that good, we can probably just start messing around with that until... Trying to mess with things far away from the sphere of influence of the... Oh, that was close. We lost both there, but I think both could just as easily come back. So we will continue the tweaking. The angling it up creates more stress on the bridge. But maybe, and also at some point it increases height while reducing. Yeah. Oh, we are so close. All right, well, the Cadillac has returned to play, but... Was that it? No break. All right, we found ourselves in the top 100. Obviously, it took looking at the gallery to get there, but I feel like I learned some things. This was definitely the key. The key was figuring out that you could do a much larger jump, which after seeing the other jumps that the Longhorn did, I don't know why I didn't think about it. Let's play that through on normal speed again. Yep. Not bad. If we saved 30, we'd move up a little bit. There's probably like a top 10% chance here, but let's take a look in the gallery just a little bit more. See if there was anything truly novel. Yeah, I think... Oh, okay, yep. Wow. That is so solid. I'm impressed. The banana bridge is insane there. That was one we just watched. All right, Mike, what do you got for us? That's a braking solution. I mean, technically not, just because it was pretty late into things. Yeah, they're all relatively similar to what we ended up with our second one. I'm pretty pleased with how our first one turned out too. I guess I didn't save it, but the full bridge for not that much more expensive wasn't bad either. But that was the weekly number 3. Not a bad level. And I think our solution turned out pretty clean, so no complaints there. Not bad. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.